Hi there, my name is Jason and thanks for tuning into my channel Pips-N-Chits. Today I'm going to be playing a solo game of the 1 to 4 player game called Coin and Crown, and this was published by Escape Velocity Games. It was first kickstarted in 2017 and delivered in 2018. Now, for me, I think this game doesn't get the credit that it really deserves. As of this recording, on Board Game Geek, it currently rates 6.7. I would definitely give it a good solid 7.5, somewhere around there. I think there's a lot of strategy to this game. There's a lot of variety to this game. There's a little bit of take that. There's some deck building elements to it and some bag management, if you will. And I've never played, as many times as I play this, the game is never the same game twice. And both in the solo game and multiplayer game, surprisingly, the end scores are always relatively close. It always seems to come right down to the wire within a couple of points. And I really, really enjoy that for this game. Now, the first few minutes of this video, I will be talking about the solo setup. If you want to go ahead and skip that and get right into turn number 1, go ahead and look at the timestamp below and just fast forward right to that. But without further ado, let's bring it back down to the table and let's start a one-player game of Coin and Crown. Hey there and welcome to the table for my solo playthrough of Coin and Crown. Now, I'm not going to get into too many details here on how to play the game. I'll talk about that a little bit as we go ahead and actually play through the game. But I just want to point out some differences in the setup for the solo game versus the multiplayer game. First and foremost, in the solo player game, we are playing against an automa, and in this game here, he will be represented by the red color here, and I have a red marker for him at the beginning of year 1, and I'm going to be represented by this kind of muted grayish, greenish turquoise color here. That is going to be my color, and I am also up here at year number 1. The second difference is our bags. I start off with 5 bronze coins, 2 silver, and 1 gold coin. And these will go into these bags, and I will be drawing 4 every round. Whereas the automa player, he starts with a slightly better advantage. He will have 4 bronze coins, 3 silver coins, and 1 gold coin, which makes his odds slightly better for purchasing. However, I am the starting player though. Also, the enemy player will start with a standard troop, where I don't start with any standard troops. In this game as well, we basically want to score the most points by the end of year number 5. So here on the tracker here, you see 4 years, and then the final and 5th year here, we will go ahead and do final scoring. And the basic object of the game is to turn your little hamlets into towns, or upgrade them into towns, then into villages, and then into like cities, if you will. And obviously, the higher you go conquer your towns or upgrade your hamlets into villages, and again, villages in the towns and towns in the cities, the more points they're worth. So hamlets are worth 1, villages are worth 2, towns are worth 4, and if you can upgrade a town or anything to a city, that is actually worth 7 points, as you can see here, and you can't upgrade more than that. Today, we will be playing the easy level of the game. There are 3 levels of difficulty in the solo game. There is easy, medium, and hard. And one of the things in the hard level, I just wanted to go ahead and show you, there is a chance for enemy cities. We are not going to be playing with the enemy cities today, but I just want to go ahead and show those to you. So those would normally be 7 points, and you could conquer that via military from the enemy and put that back into your tableau. But we're not playing with that, so I'm going to put them aside. The next thing is our purple cards up here. These are hard cardboard cards, and they allow me to do certain things. The automa player will never use the overseas market. He's more or less banned from using the overseas market. He will also not use the Imperial Mint. And what the Imperial Mint does is allows us, kind of for bag management, to go ahead and convert some of our coins into other coins. That could help thin our bag down to get rid of some of these copper and get more silver. So up here you see, and these are considered free actions. So 3 copper coins or 3 bronze coins. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to say copper and bronze back and forth quite a bit. Just for let you guys know, synonymously, I'm using them both the same because I get confused. Silver's pretty obvious, but 3 bronze coins equal 1 silver coin, and 3 silver coins equals 1 gold coin. And at the beginning of every year, we're going to be drawing these coins out of the bag blindly. So we definitely want gold and silver over copper. So that's a part of hand management here, or bag management. Going back to this really quick, the overseas market, this will allow me, I could spend some copper here to bank, if you will, wild symbols that might help me upgrade my cities, or my hamlets into villages. In other words, for 1 copper, I could get some wheat. For 2 copper, I could get some military, a pasture, or a tree. 3 copper or 3 bronze, again, I'm using them synonymously, would be 2 military strength, and 4 bronze would be equal to 1 mining. Now, I'm the only person that can use this in the solo game. The automa cannot use it. Finally is the church. Both myself and the automa can donate to the church during our turn. And the player with the most donated coins at the end of year 5 will get some bonus points. And in this case, in a 2-player game, which is me and the automa, whoever has the most in here gets 2 additional points. And believe me, that might not sound like much, but 2 coins can actually... I've played a lot of games against the automa, and matter of fact, my practice game here, I just barely won. It was 23-22, and that is because I had a couple of coins left in the church. Speaking of the purple cards, again, as you can see in the solo game, you only use these 3, but in the multiplayer game, I just wanted to show you guys there are some other tiles out here. This game, there's a lot of variety in there. It's never the same game twice. You can mitigate the difficulty levels, if you will. You can make the game more complex, less complex, change it up all the time with these cards. So it's a great game. I think it's pretty easy to learn and a lot of depth to it. Finally, here, before we get into it, let's talk about the market here. We have 3 decks of cards. There's the gold deck, which is the smallest deck, probably because it's the most expensive. Next up is the silver deck, and finally we have the bronze deck. Now in the solo game here too, you are to remove all the blue cards, which you can see that most of these are all gold here. They would be part of this larger gold deck up here. But in the solo game, you're not going to use these. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you there is, again, in the multiplayer game, a lot more variety. And then finally, I think I said finally a few seconds ago, but what I really meant to say finally is we have the automa deck itself. The automa deck here isn't really a timer, but it's basically what the enemy is going to do on his turn. If whatever monies he has showing for that year in his bank, if that money's if he can afford the symbol up here, he will do the he will flip the card over and do the first thing that he can in descending order. So in this case here, if he had a bronze coin, which let's say he did, we would flip this over, and the first thing he would try to do is buy a wheat from the market. If he could not buy a wheat from the market, he would try to buy an apprentice builder. If that wasn't available, he would try to buy a standard soldier. And then finally, he would try to reserve a coin. And if it was indeed year 5, he would donate to the church. So every turn, he is going to burn one. So I've left some space here. He's going to burn one card to the left of this deck, and he's going to try to play the next card. Played cards here will go on the right hand side. He will only draw a card, or he will continue drawing cards until he can actually pay for something. If for any reason this deck ever runs out, again, it's not a timer. We just take the burned cards and the played cards and we shuffle them up and we create a new enemy deck. So let's go ahead, just speak so you guys know I did this. I am going to shuffle the enemy deck here. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these individual decks. These will seed the market, and we'll talk about the market more when we get into into playing the games itself. And now shuffle the silver deck. Oop. Put that back in there. And then finally the bronze deck. And to finish setup, we are also going to randomly draw. I am going to randomly draw one Hamlet card. He is going to randomly draw a village card and a Hamlet card and put them in his tableau. So he starts the game with a village, a Hamlet, and the standard troop. I start the game with a Hamlet and the first player token. So let's go ahead and just shuffle these up really quick, and then we'll get ready to play. All right, and finally the Hamlet. And I'll talk more about the cards as we go through and play through here. The village cards here, I'll show you how these work in a few minutes. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and put our coins in our respective bags. So enemy player on this side, I am going to be on the left hand side, and now we will go ahead and draw. I'm just going to take the first card off the decks, Hamlet's here, and he is going to take a Hamlet himself, and I said he was also going to take a village. So this is his starting deck right there, and I just noticed there's a little bit of a glare there. I'm sorry, maybe I could turn off one of these lights here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get the market ready. We shuffle these up, and in a solo game it is 3 cards in the market for each one of the levels here, and as you can see there's a lot of military. Wow, okay, that's not good. Basically he wins the game really when he conquers towns at the end of the game, and unbelievable. Oh my gosh. So there's only one. I don't think out of all the times I've ever played this game, I don't think I've ever pulled this much military. As a matter of fact, I've never pulled that much military. So that's not looking good for me, even as the first player. So let's go ahead and draw my 4 coins. Mix the bag up here, and let's draw my 4. So I have a copper, oh man, not good, a copper, and a silver. Okay. So that is my starting supply of money here, and we'll go ahead and just kind of rearrange this just a little bit here. He is now going to draw, and we'll go ahead and mix his bag up. And he will draw his 4 coins, and so he drew, of course, his gold, his copper, copper, and copper. So 3 coppers and a gold for our enemy player. So with that in mind, let's get ready to start round number 1. All right, this is the start of year number one. Again, I am first player. I tried to readjust the lights a little bit. I noticed there was a little bit of glare on the cards down here. I apologize for that. So again, I don't have a lot of choices here. Everything is military, and my hamlet would like to have a pasture and wheat to upgrade to a village, and none of that is up here. The best I could possibly do is buy the apprentice builder, which would be one wild resource at the hamlet level. Because the enemy really does well on military, I think I'm going to have to. I don't have a lot of choices here. I think I will buy an elite troop with one of my coins here. Otherwise, I could. The best I could do with my two bronze coins is I could pay two to draw blindly from here. I really don't want to do that. The chances of me getting a pasture or a wheat are, kind of not very great. So I think the first thing I'm going to do with my coins, if you will, is I will spend 1 silver, and I will go ahead and pick up this elite troop, and he will go into my tableau. Let's see if I can position this. So I'll put my guy right there. And when I first purchase him, he is going to get 2 attack tokens for the strength of 2. And after he attacks twice, and he can only attack once per turn or per year, I will have to retire him. So that's my turn. We'll go over to the automa. And again, remember, he burns the first card here, and he will try to play the second card. Does he have 2 bronze? He does. So he will play this one. And the first thing he is going to try to do is he is going to try to buy a standard unit with 1 attack with 3 attacks, or 1 strength with 3 attacks, but there isn't any. The next thing he would try to do is buy a pasture. There isn't any. So he will pay 2 coins to draw blindly. So he is going to spend his 2 coins here, and he is going to draw this blindly, and this will go into his year 1 pile. And so we will be creating 5 separate piles here, 1 for each year for the automa. So his first card is right there for year number 1. We will go back to me. At this point, I guess I will pay 1 copper to get this apprentice builder. Back to him. He will burn a card, and he only has a gold and a bronze, so he cannot do this. He does not have silver. He does not have 2 bronze. He does not have 1 silver. Not 2 silver. Not 2 silver. He does have 1 bronze. So he will go ahead and try to. Well, okay, cool. So I just bought. The first thing he wants to do is buy the apprentice builder, but he can't because I just bought him. However, he will now try to purchase a standard troop. So he wants one with 1 strength and 2 attacks. There is one here. So he will pay 1 copper because that's the value of this. And he will put that into his deck up there, year 1 deck. Now it's back to me. I think I will also purchase another troop here. So we'll go ahead and put that troop into mine. And he's only a strength of 1. And he gets 2 attacks right there. So that's the end of my turn. Back to him. So he's going to go through this deck until he comes up with a gold coin. And quite a bit. 1 bronze, 1 gold. There it is, 1 gold. So what is he going to try to do? Oh, good golly. So the first thing he's going to do is buy that cavalry with a 3 strength of 3. And he does have a gold coin, so he is going to spend his last gold coin, and he's going to pick up that cavalry, and it's going to go into his year one pile. The good news is he's done. He has no more coins left to spend. He cannot do anything, so he has to pass back to me. I can't really do anything with one coin, so I could reserve this. I could donate it to the church. I could go to the overseas market, which might not be a bad idea. See, if I go to the overseas market here, I could buy a wheat, and if I bought that wheat, then I could tentatively upgrade my village or my hamlet to a village. I think that's what I'm going to do because we need to. So right now the score is 1-3, and believe me, he scores it really at the end of the game, but I need to start catching up. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is spend this 1 copper coin, and I'm going to go to the overseas market, and I'm just going to get a wheat. Basically, it would be his turn. He can't do anything, so it flips back to me. At this point, what I can do is, because I have this apprentice builder here, and I have this wheat, basically this wheat is spent, if you will. I've spent that wheat. I'm going to tap him. And mind you, I'm using the wheat, and what I'm going to do, I'm using the apprentice for the pasture, and with that wheat, I can turn this hamlet into a village. So what I'm going to do is take this little placeholder card, or this little half card, and turn my hamlet into a village. So now I'm up to 2 points. It would flip back to him. He cannot do anything, so he passes back to me. I now have a military strength of 3. I think it might be in my best interest to use this right now and get some more points up on the board. I don't like this hamlet though, because this hamlet needs, in order to get to a town, it really needs 3 forests, and there's no forests out here at all. But we'll go ahead, and I'm going to tap these 2 guys. So I'm going to spend their values right there. They're tapped, and for a strength of 3, I will go ahead and conquer and add a hamlet to my my tableau. So down here, let me try to readjust this for the camera. My tableau right now is I have a village worth of 2 and a hamlet 1, so it's 3-3. I don't have any more coins, or can't do anything. It would go back to him. He passes. It would go back to me. I've already done everything here. So that's more or less the end of round number 1. So before we move on to round number 2, there's a couple things we have to do. First, we have to go ahead and put bronze coins on everything in the market that is still there. So there are 4 cards out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. This basically makes these more attractive to buy in the next future rounds. So now we have to replace everything that's gone. So this card will be replaced. This card will be replaced. And now we're going to draw 3 new cards here at the lowest level. And we have 3 fields down there. Gosh, still not really great for me. At this point here, we're going to take our bags, and we are going to draw 4 new coins. And when these bags are ever depleted, we would take our discarded coins, put them back into the bag, mix the bag up, and draw back up to 4. So the enemy player, he draws 2 silver, and I'm sure the other ones are, 1 silver and 1 copper, and his bag is now empty, but we don't fill it up just yet. He is also going to get the start player. I am going to draw my 4, which should probably be the last 4 in here. So, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. The good news is now I have my gold coin out there. So we'll go ahead and put my gold coin out. And mind you, these are still discarded. These are still, these coins are spent coins, but we have a chance to get them back. We now go ahead and advance to year number 2. All right, it's the beginning of year number 2, and our enemy is going to go first. We are going to burn one card and see, does he have 2 bronze coins? No, he does not. Does he have 1 gold coin? No, he does not. Does he have 2 bronze coins? No, but he does have 2 silver. So we are going to do this. He is going to try to buy a mine, but there are no mines. So next up, he is going to look for a military with strength 2 that can attack up to 3 times. There is not. So instead, the last thing he's going to do is he is going to pay 2 silver coins to conquer a new hamlet. So he is going to add this hamlet now to his tableau, which increases his scoring possibilities here. So he has now 3 properties where I have 2. So he's done his turn. We're going to go to me. I kind of like this field, buying a field here. I could at least possibly get this up to a town. I do like that builder there. However, I like this military because if I pay a silver and I get a military. Oh, you know what I should have done here, which I didn't do at the beginning of the turn. These get turned back for ready for use. So right now I have a military strength of 2 and 1, so a total of 3. I could conquer a village for 5. I might do that because if I spend 1 silver, I can turn that into. Oh boy, I kind of like this. Apply 2 to any troop. You know what? I might do. I'm almost tempted to get this armor here, but maybe I just spend a. No, gosh, I kind of like the silver though. Because this would help me build at the medium level. This would help me both get a hamlet into a village and a village into a town. I do kind of like that, and he wouldn't have that possibility. However, I like the fact if I pay 1 silver, I could get a bronze piece back. So let me think about this for a second. Okay, I think I made a decision here. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and pay a silver to pick up another military. And I'll show you why in a second here. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my tableau here. And he gets 2 strength markers on him. So that's the end of my turn. So it goes back to him. He will now flip a card. He does not have 2 silver. He does not have 2. Oops, I should be burning him like this. Sorry about that. He does have 1 bronze, so let's go ahead and see what he does. He cannot buy the first military. He cannot buy an apprentice builder. He can, however, buy a wheat. So he will spend 1 copper to buy a field, and this will now go into his round 2 or year 2 tableau or pile, resource pile. Now back to me. For a free action, I'm going to go ahead and take these 3 copper. I am going to go, or bronze, I'm going to go to the Imperial Mint and trade those 3 in for 1 silver. That is a free action. Now I'm going to take that silver and I am going to go ahead and purchase this builder. And that builder now goes into my tableau and it's back to him. And all he has left is a silver coin. Oops, I don't know why I keep flipping those. We just keep burning until he comes up with a single silver. There it is. Can he buy a... Yes, it looks like he can. He can buy an elite troop with a silver coin. So he will spend his silver coin and he will take this copper coin and this will go into his resource pile for year number 2. It's back to me. So I'm almost tempted. I almost kind of want to buy a. I might have to beat him on military this time. Apply 2 to any troop. And I can use that up to 2 times. Let's see how many. He's worth 2. So, wow, I can use that. I could use this once. I kind of would rather almost pick up one of these because I get a coin back. So I'll tell you what, I'm not quite sure if this is the smartest move, but I got a feeling I have to beat him on military. So I'm going to spend this gold coin here to pick up this cavalry. And this cavalry is added to my tableau right there. And that's just a standard +3, and it's a one-time use. Once I use it, it's gone, but I don't want him to have that. I do acquire a bronze coin in the meantime. It would be back to him. All he has left is a bronze coin. So silver, 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 and we're out. So we take these decks and we shuffle this back up. And we're going to start drawing again until he gets a bronze coin. So gold, gold, 2 bronze, 1 gold. Oh gosh, 2 silver, 2 bronze, 1 bronze. There we go. So what will he try to do? Oh, he was going to spend his last one and he's going to buy another field of wheat. So it's back to me. Is there anything I can do? Well, as a matter of fact, I can. I can upgrade my hamlet right now to a village. Even though I don't have any resources, I have these 2 apprentice builders right now. So if I tap both of these guys, I get 2 wild resources, and basically I'll use one for a pasture and one for a forest, and I will turn this hamlet into a village. So that goes up to 2 points. So it's 4 points to 4 points right now. And I still have 1 copper coin left. It would go to him. He can't do anything. Back to me. I feel like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and purchase this last field right here. So this field is going to go into my resources now. I'll try to move this a little bit. I'll just have to remember that I have that field here. Sorry, I'm just going to try to readjust things here. And that's more or less all I can do. So I can't do anything more. He can't do anything more. It is the end of year number 2. So first things we're going to do. Well, you know, I take that back. Actually, there is something I could do. I could. I have a value 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a value of 5 right now. Maybe I go ahead and conquer a village. You know what? I think I will. I'm going to spend my last 2 tokens here and 1 token there. That would tap him. These guys get retired. They're out of the game. And in the meantime, I have spent 5. So I'm going to add a new village to my empire, if you will. So now it is 6 to 4. And basically at this point, it would go back to him. He can't do anything. It would go back to me. I can't do anything. So now it's the end of the year. So now we would go ahead and put 2 coins out. one here and one here. And if this ever gets up to 3 bronze coins, this automatically turns into a silver. So we'll go ahead and fill these back up. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and reset my cards. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have bought a town. I had enough to... I'm going to let it slide, but basically I spent 5 of my military to go ahead and get this village. I totally forgot I had this 3. That would have been 8. Even though when I would have lost 1 strength, I could have picked up a town and scored an immediate 4 points. Just something I have to remember. Anyway, let's get ready for the next round. Okay, year number 3. The first thing we're going to go ahead and do is move our markers down to there. I've already reset everything. I am now going to be the first player for this year. And next we have to draw coins out of our bag. But at this point our bags are empty. So I'm going to drop all my coins back into the bag and I'm going to draw 4 new coins. So let's see, there's 1 copper, silver, gold, okay, not bad, and another silver. And now we go to our enemy. Our enemy's bag is also empty, so all of his coins go back into the bag and we draw 4 new coins for him. Now remember, I said he cannot go to the Imperial Mint, so kind of good news for me is there's more copper in here now for him than I have on my side. So let's see what he pulls. So he pulls a copper, or a bronze, 2 bronze, 1 silver, and another bronze. All right, so my turn here, and let's figure out what we want to do. Can we upgrade anything? Well, I do have a field. In order to get this village to a town, I need 2 fields and a mine. I do like those mines. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting this up to... Well, I need a mine in order to get this village up to a town. And I also need that to get it to here as well. So there's 2 mines out there. I think I'm going to go ahead and spend my 2 silver to pick up a mine. And now we go back to him, to our enemy that is, and let's see. He's going to burn the first one. He does not have 2 silver. So he does have 2 bronze, so let's see what he's going to do. Ooh, he wants to buy a pasture. So he is going to spend his 2 copper right now to buy a pasture. And that is going to go into his year 3. Oh, and by the way, this card here, the standard troop, I might as well go ahead and put it into his year 1. Remember, he starts the game with this, so it's okay. I should have probably put that up there, but it kind of got away from me there. But that would have gone into his year 1. So he bought a pasture. It's back to me. I kind of want to get a pasture. I'm thinking that might be important for me to get a pasture because I need it. Boy, but maybe I could use the military. If I buy that military there, I get 2. If I buy that for a gold, I get 2 copper back. I can use 1 of those coppers to get a pasture and maybe another copper and donate it to the church. So I think it's a little risky, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to spend this gold coin. I'm going to pick up this Oh, maybe do I want that one there, or do I want, what do I have? I have three, four, five. Yeah, you know what? Oh, let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. That gives me 3 copper, and we'll go ahead and add this to my tableau of resources here. And that's armor, and I could put this to any troop. Oh man, I'm kind of thinking I only have 2 troops, so maybe I do this. Maybe I add it to this guy here, and I'll show you why. Because that gives him a strength of 4, plus this 3 is 7. That will buy me a town raid outright. So I think that might be my best bet. So anyway, that is my turn there. So we go back to the enemy, and the enemy has 1 silver and 1 bronze. So there's our silver card, and let's see, what does he want to do? Well, he cannot buy a standard troop. He can buy a forest. That's his next thing up. So he will spend a silver, and he will buy this forest. Okay, back to me. Gosh, maybe do I convert this into silver, or do I buy a pasture? I need a pasture for... I need a pasture to turn this into a town. Oh man. I have a mine. I can use the village into a town. I can use 1 skilled apprentice there. Um, I'm tempted. I kind of want to get 2 silver, or 1 silver, but I think I need a pasture. So I'm going to spend 2 copper, and I'm going to pick up this pasture here. It's back to our enemy. Enemy has 1 copper, so he burns 1, and we are looking for 1 bronze. See, I told you, I keep saying copper and bronze interchangeably, and we're just going through this deck. Wow. Okay, there we go. There's 1 bronze. And what does he want? He wants an apprentice builder. There are none. He wants a standard troop. There are none. There is a field there, so he will spend his last coin for a field. Now it's back to me. What do I want to do? Well, I will go ahead, like I just said, I will conquer. I will spend this last attack here. I will tap him. So that right there with the armor is a total of 4. This cavalry is a one-time use, but that gives me a total of 7. So 7 will get me, conquer me a town. So I will go ahead and add a town to my tableau right there. And I still have, I'm trying to keep everything on camera. I still have this 1 copper left, but these are basically retired. They're out of the game because I've used them. So let me get that out. It's back to our enemy. He cannot do anything. It's back to me. I really don't want to do anything, so I don't want to reserve a copper coin, so I think I will go ahead and donate to the church. I will put a coin there. And that should be the end. Neither one of us can do anything, so we'll cede our market. So we got 3 coins out there. We refill 1 there. We refill 2 here. We supply all 3 down here. And you know what? It's getting kind of dark right now again. I might have to turn on the light here in a second, but let's see what else. Is there anything else we can do here? I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I should have paid attention, even though it's the end of the year. It would have come back to me. I have a feeling You know what? I think I have a feeling I might have screwed up. I technically, let's see, I have a pasture. Let's see, a pasture, a mine, and a. So if I would have tapped these three, well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it, but I have a feeling I probably shot myself in the foot. I think I could have updated this card right here, but I'll get that next time around. Anyway, let's go ahead and pause here for a second, and I'm going to change the lights. Okay, we're about to start year number 4, so we'll go ahead and move our tokens down. I really apologize for the glare right now. I'm trying to sit in such a way that my big fat head is kind of blocking some of the overhead light here a little bit. Anyway, this he will start with on year number 4. We have to draw 4 new coins, so we'll start with the enemy. He will go ahead and draw uh, 1, 2. That's 2 copper, or 2 bronze, that is. 3 silver, and his gold coin. So that's 4 for him. And we will go ahead and draw 4 for me. And let's see here. I have a bronze, and a silver. Ugh, not good. Yikes. Okay. So let's go ahead and move to our enemy. He wants to spend 2 silver. He does not have 2 silver, but he does have 1 gold. So what will he do with his gold? He will try to buy a medium skilled builder, and there is none. Oh, poop though. He will buy that cavalry for 3. So he will spend his gold coin, and he will go ahead and acquire 2 copper, and this cavalry will go into his year 4 resource pile. And that's what's going to kill us, is his military strength. He is going to upgrade and conquer stuff here. So let's see, what can we do to help combat that? I don't have any military left, so I have to buy via diplomacy, and I cannot buy. Well, I technically I kind of could. I could turn these 3 bronze into a silver, spend the 2 silver to buy another hamlet. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I think it's better to see if I can try to upgrade anything here. What can I upgrade? All right, I thought about it for a few minutes. I was going to take these 3 bronze, trade them in for silver, spend the silver, 2 silvers to pick this up, another mine. But I really don't need mines as much. I kind of need 2 mines down here, but I think I could do more with fields. So I'm actually just going to spend 1 copper for now, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up another field and throw it back to the enemy. And he has got 1 silver and 4 bronze. So does not have 2 silver, but he does have this bronze. He cannot buy a field. He cannot buy. He can buy an apprentice here. So he's moving down. He will spend 1 of his copper to go ahead and buy that apprentice, and then it's back to me. Pasture. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to spend these 2 bronze right here for this pasture, just so he cannot get it, and see if I can work anything out down here. So that's now our enemy's turn. The enemy does have a bronze, so he will go ahead and, well, he cannot buy a standard troop, he cannot buy a field, he cannot do an apprentice. So he will reserve a coin. So he is going to put a coin in reserve. He will have that at the beginning of next turn. Back to me. I think I'm going to try to do an upgrade. So for me, if I upgrade, if I use 2 fields, 1 pasture, if I tap the mine, 1 pasture, and 2 fields, I can turn this town into a city, and that's the maximum I can do. So this cannot be upgraded anymore. So we flip back to him. He does not have 2 silver. He does have 1 silver. Oh, so he will spend a silver and he will pick up a forest. And now back to me. Can I upgrade anything else? I have, what do I have left? I have 1 pasture and 1 skilled builder. I could, no, I'm shy a mine here because I already spent the mine. And yeah, I spent the mine. I can't do anything, so I'm done. Oh, the only thing I can do, well, gosh, I could buy a forest. Does that help me in any way, shape, or form? Not really. I think I'm gonna reserve this for myself. I'm going to use this for next turn, so I'm gonna pass, and I will throw it back to the enemy. He's gonna burn a card, and all he has left is 2 copper, and we are out. So we're going to go ahead and reshuffle. Okay, and start a new enemy deck here. And again, he's got 2 bronze, so there we go. There's a bronze. He cannot reserve another coin because you could only reserve 1 a year. So he is going to donate 1 himself to the church. So remember, he's the red player. So now we're tied here. We've both put stuff into the church. Goes back to me. I've already reserved. He can't do that. Oh, so it's back to him. He has 1 bronze coin left. So we go through this one. And let's see, what does he try to do? Oh, you know what? I can't. I'm mistaken. So there's year 4. I'm going to retcon this just for a second. He's going to reserve a coin again, and because he can't do it on, he can only do this on year 5, donate to the church on year 5, I think. You know what, I need to double check because basically he pulled the same thing. So I'll be right back. I got to check the rules and see what happens in this case. Okay, quick rules clarification. He can go ahead and, even though it's in the church, if he cannot, he's already reserved a coin, so you cannot reserve a coin more than once a year. So he will go ahead and donate to the church, and because this card came up again, he cannot reserve a 3rd coin. So he's also going to donate yet again to the church. So he's actually has more points than me now. He will score 2 additional points here at the church. And at that point now, we're both done. He's got 1 coin in reserve. That's the maximum you can reserve. And he reserved a bronze, and I have a silver. And that is the end of year number 4. So let's go ahead and reseed our decks, or our market, if you will. So there's 4 coins. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Put this out. And now 3 new stuff here. We'll move our down to year number 5. This is it. This is the last year. Unfortunately, this apprentice builder is not going to be able to do me anything because I already have everything as villages, so he's not going to be able to help me out anymore. I do have 2 pastures, and I have 2 fields, and I have no military, which is kind of scary. He might actually win this game. So I am now first player again, and I have to draw 4 coins. I have no more coins in my bag, so all my spent coins go into the bag, and I have to draw 4 new ones. And remember, I have this silver. So I have, is that the gold? Oh, good, I got the gold. So 1 gold. 1 bronze, 2 bronze, and 1 more coin. Silver. Okay, so that's my final year. 1 gold, 2 bronze, and 2 silver. Now the enemy is going to do the same thing. He has nothing in his bag. He also is going to start with 1 bronze. We're going to put the rest of his coins in the bag, and we're going to draw. Let's see, he has another copper. Oh, he also got his gold coin. Poop. And draw 2 more. Copper, bronze and silver. So almost kind of even there for the last round. So this is it, make or break. I think, boy, the military is just not going to do me any good at this point. Can I conquer anything? Well, it's not looking too good for me. I'm kind of going through the different scenarios here, and I really don't see how this is almost a lost cause here, this village, because I need at least 3 forests to get this up to a city, and I have 0, and it would cost me to silvers just to get those. I really can't get anything up. My best bet is possibly this. And I could possibly, if I buy the master builder and maybe one of these forests, hopefully this one with the coin on it, I might be able to upgrade this to a city. But otherwise, my military options are pretty tough. In order for me to take over a city, or at least get a hamlet, I have to have a military strength of 3. I could buy, one of these. I would have to buy a troop and then armor to get me a 3. That's going to cost me. That cost me a gold and 2 just for 3 points. I really don't see the advantage of that. So unfortunately, I think my only really best bet is to, and I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to have to spend that gold coin to get this master builder here, and hopefully upgrade this village, get this somehow up to a city, and it's going to be tough to do. He's got a lot of military. I think he might actually win the game, but let's forge forward. So it's back to him. We're going to burn this first card. He does have a silver, and so what is he going to do? Of course, he's going to buy military. Can he buy a standard troop with 2 attack? I think he can't. No. There's no standard troops down there. These have 3 attacks. No, he can't. He's going to buy a forest. Oh, darn. And of course, he's going to buy the same forest that I wanted. Because, all right. Oh, darn. Okay, so he's spending a silver coin there. He's going to grab this copper coin, and he's going to pick up a forest for his year 5. And that's exactly what I did not want to happen. Okay. Criminy. I have to buy the other forest. No, that's going to cost silver. So if I spend 2 silver, oh man, this is a long shot. Okay, so hear me out. If I spend these 2 silver, I will get these 2 copper back. I can convert these 2 copper, or these, then that would give me a total of 6 bronze. I could take all 6 of those bronze, turn them into 2 more silver, and purchase this. But it would take me 2 turns to do that. And there's a chance that, oh boy, you know what though? I don't see how else I can win. So I'm kind of giving up on the military thing. I think my best bet is to upgrade, and it's going to be slim pickings at that. So I'm going to spend 2 silver and get these 2 copper and pick up this mine. And now it's back to him. He's got 1 gold and 4 bronze. Okay, here's gold. What is he going to do? He is going to buy armor. So he is going to go ahead and spend his gold coin, and of course he's going to buy the one with the coin on it. So he, yep, not looking good. Okay, so back to me. I'm going to have to take these 3 copper here, or 3 bronze, these 3 bronze. These are free actions. I'm going to take all. You know what? Maybe. No, you know what? Did I mess that up? No, that was 2 silver. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 bronze to get 1 silver. I'm going to then spend a silver to pick up this forest, and then it's back to him. Okay, he is going to, yes, he does have 2 bronze, so what is he going to do? He is going to buy a pasture, so he will spend 2 to pick up a pasture. It's back to me. I have 3. There's nothing left for me to buy in the silver. This just does me absolutely no good. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, at this point, coins don't get me anything at the end of the game. I could buy a troop, but it doesn't help me to conquer anything. So I'm going to draw blind. I'm going to spend 2 bronze to go ahead and draw a card, and I get a troop anyway. Okay. Well, that doesn't do me any good. So he gets 3 attack markers on him, but yeah, that doesn't do me any good. So back to our enemy player. He is going to go, he does have 2 bronze. He is going to spend 2 bronze to draw a card. And of course, he draws a military. Wow, I'm hurting. Okay, back to me. I have 1 bronze left. I might as well go to the church and tie him up there. So back to him. He's got 1 bronze left. 2 bronze, 2 silver, 2 silver. What was this? Oh, okay, this was 1 bronze. 1 bronze here, so we'll flip it over. You cannot buy apprentice. You cannot buy a field. He cannot buy a troop. He cannot reserve a coin. Ugh. he's going to donate to the church and beat me in the church. So that is the end of year 5, and let's get ready for final scoring. I take that back. Before we get to final scoring, we got to go ahead and do. I totally was so disheartened there that I didn't even think about doing my upgrades. So what can I do here? I'm going to try to get this village into a city. So first, I need to turn this village into a town, and in order to do that, I need to spend a pasture, a mine, and I think one, yeah, I have to use the skilled builder here. He's the weaker of the two. So I'm gonna tap these 3 cards or exhaust these 3 cards to turn this village into a town. It would go back to him. He can't do anything, so it's back to me. Then I'm going to try to take this town into a city. So I have a pasture and a mine. I have a forest. And I have a field. So I'm going to take these 4 and exhaust those. And I'm going to turn this into a city. And then what else do I have left? I have a master builder. I have a field. See, I have a... Oh gosh, I don't have another mine, so I can't turn this. I would need 2 fields and a mine. I don't have that. Nope, I can't do anything. That's pretty much it for me. So now we'll get onto the scoring phase. All right, scoring for me is pretty simple. I did not win at the church donations. He ended up donating a little bit more than me, so I get 0 points for that. I'm just going to add up my points down here, which is not that great. I have 7, and 7 is 14. Plus 2 is 16, plus 2 is 18. That isn't very good at all. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to move my cards off to the side and rearrange things, and we'll do final scoring for the enemy. All right, I moved things around a little bit so you could see these cards a little bit better. Right now, remember, I had a total score of 18 points, which is not very good. Right now, he has got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, but now we break his resources down and kind of figure out what he has from here. So the first things we do is we separate the military away from the actual resources. On his military here, we're going to add tokens, and this is how he's going to conquer things. So this is going to get 2 attacks here for year number 1. This is going to get also 2 attacks as well. So he's going to maximize what he has here. So right now he has a maximum value of 1, 2, plus 3 is 5. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to exhaust all 3 of these things here. He's going to take 2 of these tokens off, and this one is retired after you use it, so that's out of the game. And he will conquer a village with that 5 points. So, or excuse me, yeah, with the strength of 5, he's going to grab a village for 2. And now he's going to see, can he use this to upgrade anything? Well, no, he's only got 1, and everything here needs a minimum of either 2 or 3 things. So 1 isn't just going to cut it. So we what do you call it? Not exhaust, but unexhaust them, or ready them, and we break down the other cards. So year 2, he has a field, and now we add an elite troop. This has an attack strength of 2 for 2 turns. So his maximum attack is 2, 3, 4. he will conquer another hamlet. And he will now exhaust 3 of these tokens. So this is rotated because he still has 1 left, but these are retired after their attacks. They have no more attacks left. Now, let's see, can he upgrade anything? So starting left to right, 2 fields and a pasture. No, 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 no. He cannot upgrade anything. So now we move on to year number 3. So fortunately for year number 3, that's all he has is resources. He cannot attack anything. He cannot conquer anything with an attack value of 2. So we move right on to our resources. I think now he can upgrade. He has a forest. He has a field. He has a pasture. So he will use these 3 right there to turn that village into a town. And now we have 2 fields and a pasture. So can he do anything here? 2 fields and a pasture. Nope, nope, 2, nope. Nope, 2, nope. Can't do anything there. So that's it. We're going to ready those up. Now we move on to year number 4. He has a value of 5. So this 2 that he uses once, and this is a 1 and done. So he will go ahead and retire this and retire this one for a attack value of 5. He will pick up another village. I'm starting the second row here. Well, I'll move this up a little bit. So let's move this over so you guys can see, and we're moving from left to right, top row first. All right, he has no more troops, so let's see, can he upgrade anything? So now this town, can he upgrade this town to a city? Does he have a mine? He has no mine, so he cannot do that. Can he get this hamlet to a village? No. Can he get this hamlet to a village? Well, I think he can. Well, wait a second. He can do this, I think. Yeah, he can use this as a wild and a field. So he will turn this hamlet into a village. Okay, moving on. Can he turn this into anything? Yep. There's another forest and a pasture. So he turns this hamlet into a village. Moving on. Can he do anything here? 2 pastures, no. No. Oh, criminy. No, well, he can't do that either. So he cannot upgrade anything else. And so we move into our final year. He readies his resources there. And let's get this. So it doesn't matter to retire after 3 attacks. He's only got this 1 attack. So he's got a value of 1, 2, 3. These both retire, but that's enough for him to pick up another hamlet. And now he's going to try to upgrade. Can he upgrade this town to a city? So he needs 2 forests. No, he doesn't have a mine, so he cannot do that. Can he upgrade this village to a town? I think he can do that. So he would need 2 fields and a pasture, which he has. So he's now turned this village into a town. And moving on, can he upgrade this village into a town? So he needs 2 fields. He does not have 2 fields. Moving on, can he upgrade this? village to a town. He needs 2 pastures and a field. He has a field and he has 2 pastures. So yes, he will go ahead and do that. So this village now becomes a town. And let's see. At this hamlet, can he turn this into a village? No, he cannot. Can he turn this village into... No, he cannot. Can he do anything here? No, he cannot. So, unfortunately for him, he can't do anything with this, but so let's count up his points. Remember, I have 18. So right now he has got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So the enemy wins with 20 points against my 18. That was tough. Anyway, let's go ahead up top and we'll talk about this game a little bit more. Well, there you go. You can't win them all. And as you just saw, I just lost to the enemy there, 20 to 18, definitely at the end of year 5. And I think I mentioned this in the introduction there or in the setup video, that the enemy, whoever, don't underestimate the church donations there. The reason that I believe that the enemy won is it got those 2 points right there at the end by donating that very last coin there in year 5 to the church. Otherwise, we would have tied the game at 18 points each, I believe. Also, in all the times that I've played this game, I think, again, I mentioned it in the setup part, is I've never seen 8 of 9 cards in the market start with the military. And of course, the enemy wants those military cards so it can conquer those lands. And that's how he wins the game. So you need to be aggressive right out of the gate. And it was very hard for me to be aggressive out of the gate because there was nothing in the market that was going to upgrade my existing hamlet that I had. Finally, I also think another turning point for me, and that's my bad, was there towards the end of year 3. I think I missed the opportunity. I caught it after the fact, but I wasn't going to retcon and cheat, if you will. But there was an opportunity for me to at least upgrade a village into a city. That would have scored me possibly two points earlier on in year number 3, which might have paved the way for me to at least tie or possibly upgrade that into a city at the end. And who knows, it could have been even a closer game, maybe 21 to 20 with me eking out the win there. But again, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Coin and Crown. If you did, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below. This is a game that I would definitely like to do a rematch against the enemy there and play for you guys. And the next time we can skip the setup thing. You've seen it now. And we'll get right into turn number 1. And I think I can knock a game out for you guys in 40 minutes, give or take. Anyway, again, my name is Jason. The channel is Pips-N-Chits. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you like this video. And until next time,